You know, this group has been through a ton of adversity this year, not the worst of which was all the injuries we've had, including Parker being out. And it's just been as together a group as I've ever had. And I could just feel it tonight. I told my assistants, I told my wife who's here, that we're going to play well. I can just feel it. I thought we were relaxed at shoot-around, and I think the key in the playoffs is to be relaxed and to go out there and have fun. And the way we came out, we looked like we were tight as drums. They went up 9-2 on us, but then once we got our legs back under us, I just thought it was great. And that second half was as good a second half as we've played all year, and as good a second half as we've had here, because the last two times we've blown 14-point leads. Last year because we couldn't score, and this year because we couldn't stop them. And I just knew we weren't going to let that happen again. And I thought Raquel and Alex, I could see it in their eyes, they just weren't going to let us lose. Raquel got every big rebound, every big hoop we needed, and Alex just ran the show and was really in sync with me changing defenses. I thought changing defenses in the second half between the 2-3 zone and the man-to-man really kept them off balance. And our kids did a great job of it. Didn't let the tough calls get to them, and stayed positive. The one thing we learned in the BU loss was that we had to stay positive as a group. And first thing I told them is we stayed positive through thick and thin, early runs, tough calls. We stayed positive, and we got a big road win. I mean, we're an underdog coming in here as a 4-5, and we really played well in the second half. I'm very proud of the girls.
Coach Dodson played so well for them, kept them in the game really in the first half, and then largely in the second half, you kind of, shut her out. How did you do that? Well,
I think the zone neutralizes her. And again, Alex did a nice job of staying in touch with me, and we went from double fists, we went from one defense to another run and kept her off balance.
Throughout the game.
I just think we did a nice job of keeping her off balance. And I thought Horrigan did a real nice job on her in the second half, and Raquel when we did got her in the man-to-man. So I just think it was keeping her off balance. She's a key for them, and I thought we did a really good job on Romine. Romine had 2 at half. She ended up with 10, but the last game she had like 16 in the second half. So I thought Alex and the guys did a great job on her.
Raquel, it seemed like you were really able to find the soft spots in their defense today. Was it something that you guys had seen coming in, or something that you guys didn't take advantage of in the first 2 games?
I mean, personally, I really didn't take advantage of anything in the first 2 games against them because I got into foul trouble quickly. And I know the last game we played against them, I only played 60 minutes, so I didn't even play a full half against them. So I kind of got some experience watching them, in a sense, on the bench, because I was watching what they were doing and kind of where our posts were having trouble. So just coming in, I mean, I always like a challenge, and Dotson and DeBauer, I mean, she got Rookie of the Year, and Dotson was second team, so just 2 great posts to come in, and I like playing up to the level of my competitors, so just coming in, I just wanted to compete with them.
How in sync were you two feeling in the second half? It just seemed like she kept finding you, and you kept finding the basket.
Yeah, it was kind of an ocean for her out there. Her jump shots were falling inside, outside. She's one of my favorite players to play with. She always knows where to go and where to be on the floor, and we've been playing together for 2 years now, and experienced last season and now this season. I think it's a great dynamic we have out there.
Definitely.
And I said that to my assistants one time, just let them play, because these 2 were in sync, and then Raquel was in sync with Molly. She made a great high-low pass to Molly for a big hoop. They just seemed to be really, I never keep 3 timeouts, but we didn't need the timeouts because we were playing so well in the second half, and we really didn't need the sub because that group of 5 was playing great. But I do want to mention Christine Ganza, who is the co-captain with Alex, that almost lost her senior season. She was in a hospital for most of the fall and out, and just so good. She's kind of just playing her way back into shape now, to be honest with you, but she's a senior that's been a great leader, and for her to come off the bench and give us 15 really good minutes, along with the other senior, Kelly Hamner, who I thought played solid 18 minutes. I'm really happy for these seniors, and I know the underclassmen like Raquel would love them to go out with a championship, and we're just thinking about Navy right now and going down there and getting one down in Alumni Hall.
Now, what's it like playing with a point guard like Alex?
I mean, it's great. It's kind of like she's our quarterback, and it's great to have a position where you have a leader who can produce but who can also lead. in a sense, motivational, inspirational. She's just a great figure to look up to. And I mean, some leaders just are leaders because they're the best on the team, but Alex is the best, and she has the best work ethic. So it's kind of a full spectrum of why we look up to her. So it's really easy to follow Alex as a leader. And I mean, she walks walk and she talks talk. So.
But aside from the leadership on the floor, have you ever played with, in your career before AAU, any place a point guard that talented?
No, it's tough because I mean AAU is kind of scattered. You don't get the experience to actually build the chemistry like you were saying that Alex and I have. And in high school, I mean, I didn't really play in the best league, so kind of it always came down to me. I was like the point guard, but I was the 4, so it was tough. Like mentally and leadership-wise, I was always the leader on my team, but I was not the point guard per se. So
on the floor, what's it like to play with somebody that finds you?
It's just it's easy because she's so unselfish. So when you're open, she gets you the ball, and when she's open, she'll score the ball. So it's really easy to play with Alex because you trust her offensively to get you the ball, and she never like looks down on you if you don't produce or do something right. But on defense, I mean, she holds her end of the stick too. So it's just awesome to play with her on the floor, and I love it. And it's gonna be tough when she's gone. Yeah.
And it seems like it was a pretty physical game out there. Was that something you guys were anticipating coming into it?
I don't know. Well, again, like Raquel said, the last game she got in foul trouble early. Actually, Alex, who's never in foul trouble, got in foul trouble the game here. So we had her sitting next to me, which is not a good thing. And Raquel only played 16 minutes. So I think in the playoffs they tend to let you play a little more. And you know, I don't know if the girls can speak to that, but I thought we were tougher, and I thought again. In the second half, we dominated the glass and dominated inside, which is ingredients to winning in the playoffs.
We want a physical game.
I was
Most
just gonna say
definitely.
that.
Like
We love it.
Yeah, the more the refs let us play, it's more to our advantage because we have Raquel, who's unstoppable, and then we have Molly and Christine, who are big bangers out there. So yeah.
So we get another shot at Navy Monday, and that's all we're thinking about right now. They've ended our season the last 2 years. They're a great program. Let me just say a bit about Bucknell, though. I think Aaron has done a great job with this program. They only lose Shelby. They got a lot of good young players. I think there'll be a lot of great Holy Cross Bucknell battles. That rivalry is back. That was in the Anna Kinney days, the late 90s, that Bucknell Holy Cross. So I want to give a shout out to Aaron. I think he's done a great job getting this program back. And I really respect him a lot. But we'll let the girls savor this one, and bus ride home will be a lot shorter tonight than it was last time, and keep them off their feet and just get ready. We got 3 days to prepare for Navy Monday night.